guys, what's up? This is Justin Winstead, the Improver Coach, and I am interrupting your day here on this social media platform because I think I've got something that is very important that you need to know. I don't want to waste your time here. I want to give you something that is going to enlighten you and encourage you and equip you to be a better version of who you are meant to be and a better version of your business or your career or your family, whatever your role is. I want to help you to be better at that, to reach your full potential. So I've been having some conversations here lately with a few different people, and there's been this recurring theme that has come up, and the theme has to do with how do you want to be known? What is the reputation that you desire, not just now as far as maybe your brand with your business or how people may think of you now, but I really want you to think bigger than that. Think legacy. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be leaving behind one day? I want to paint a picture for you. So imagine with me, if you will, that you are sitting around a campfire. Maybe this is a few years from now based on your age, or potentially this is a few decades. But you realize that you are nearing the final chapters of your journey on this planet. I know this is a little morbid, but imagine this with me because it's really powerful. So you're sitting around the fire under the stars, poking and prodding the logs, and you're beginning to ponder and reflect and wonder about the life that you have been living and the legacy that you're leaving behind. Now, maybe you're not a fire person. You can pretend you're on the beach or on a front porch in a rocking chair or in the mountains or wherever you want to be, but you're in that moment of calm, and you are being contemplative and reflective, and you're considering, who am I? What have I done? Has this all been worth it? And my prayer and my hope for you is that in that moment, you could look back over your life and go, you know what? I built some really big things. I made an impact on some people. I'm leaving behind a legacy where the people that I was surrounded with and that were in my path, I loved and I served well, and I was who they needed me to be. The world was a better place as a result of me being put on this planet. And so I really want you to think about that. Ponder that. Would that be your story? Look, none of us are perfect, and there's always highs and lows. That's part of what makes this life an epic adventure. But I'm not speaking about perfection and winning every time. That's not the way winning is done anyway. You're taking in those ups and downs, but you're also knowing that you had a reason for living and you completed that, you fulfilled that. As a Christian believer, I think that one day, whenever I pass on from this earth, I'm going to be face to face with the creator of the universe. And one of my greatest desires is that I will hear the words, "Well done." Because you see, I think that I'm supposed to be a certain kind of person, but I also think that I've got a certain task. I've got a certain purpose for being on this planet. I think I've been given an assignment, and I want to be seen as faithful in executing that assignment. So I want to ask you, when you're reflecting back, or maybe one day when you're entering into eternity and you think back, did I accomplish the mission? Did I complete the vision? Did I fulfill my purpose? Did I reach my potential? Can that be said of you? And if it's not, what needs to change? If you're at point A and that's point B, where you're living that kind of life that you feel called and destined to live, there's a gap there. What do you need to do? What needs to change in order for you to get from here to there? Now, I won't pretend to know all the answers to how you can win and how you can achieve the prize that you're setting out to achieve. But what I can tell you is that there are a few elements that everyone needs if they want to change their trajectory, if they want to end up in a different spot in life. In fact, many of you've probably heard the old saying that you're going to be the same person 10 years from now as you are today, except for the books that you read and the people that you meet. I think there's a lot of truth into that saying, and I love the sentiment. I would refine it a little bit, though, and make it a little bit more narrow by saying you're going to be the same person 5, 10, 15 years from now as you are today, except for the content you absorb and the connections you make. Because you see, it's not just about meeting people and it's not just about reading books. I love books. There's lots of them back there, but those books don't always change me. What changes me is taking in content, whether it's from books, whether it's from podcasts, whether it's from blogs or articles that are written or a post or a meme that's shared. The type of content that I allow in is going to influence what comes out. And that is one of the biggest things that you have control over in your life, is what kind of content are you choosing to fill your mind with? Are you choosing to listen to look at? You've got a choice on that, and that can make a huge difference in your trajectory. The second big area is connections. So it's not just, again, about meeting people. With social media, like we're on this platform right now, and with all of the electronic and technology tools that we have at our disposal, it's easier than ever to meet people. But this isn't about just meeting people and making a friend that's not really a friend. This is about meaningful, significant connections. And there's really two groups of connections that I want to encourage you to think about. One group of those connections is the community that you choose to put yourself in. Now, we all know people and associate with people and are acquainted with others who may not think like us and be like us, and that's great. You need to have diversity of thought and culture and all that. It makes you a better person. But I want you to think about who you're walking with day by day. Who are you consulting for advice? Who's sharing your high points and your low points with you? That community there, that circle that you are a part of, will have a huge bearing on how you end up. Now, whether that's in your personal growth, whether that's in your physical appearance and health and wellness, whether that's in how intellectual you are and educated you are, or how successful you are in business, all of those factors have to do with what kind of content have you put in and what kind of community have you placed yourself in. But there's also a different kind of connection that a lot of people don't think about, and they certainly don't spend the money and time to enlist in their life, and that is a coach. You need a coach, a mentor, someone that can speak into your life. And yes, they may be a friend, but the priority is not necessarily the friendship. The priority is your growth. The priority is your performance. Some of you are incredible players. In fact, you're top notch. You're the Tom Brady of your industry. You are the Michael Jordan of the skill and talent that you possess, and you're fantastic. But you know what? Even these all-star players still had coaches. They had people to evaluate them. You know what? It's really hard to evaluate yourself as you're executing on a task at hand. If you're out playing the game, you're out engaged in the work, it's hard for you to have that third person point of view that helps you to be able to have the proper perspective to know what you're doing well and what you're not doing well. You need somebody from the outside looking in with intentionality, and their main goal being to help you be better, to help you grow, to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. What is your Super Bowl? What is your championship? Whatever that is in life or business, you need a coach that is helping you to be the best version of yourself, not just as a person, but as someone who performs, not just in you being a human being, but also in what you do. Both of those are important. So I want you to think about this. You want to change your life? Are you upset with where you are? Are you dissatisfied and discontented with where you are in life? You've really got a couple of changes you need to make. One, change the content that you are allowing to come in. Two, change the community that you are surrounding yourself with. And that should also include enlisting a coach of some sort. If you have a coach, then great, be faithful and consistent with that. If you can't afford one, then find someone who's willing to do it, and you guys coach one another, hold each other accountable. The scripture says iron sharpens iron. So you want to be sharper, get somebody to help you out there. So look, we've got some incredible stuff coming with the Improver Network and Improver Coach. I can't wait to share all of the things that we have planned and in store. But for now, I just want to encourage you. You were created to do something great. You were put on this planet for a reason. You're not an accident. You are uniquely and wonderfully made, and you've got so much potential. And I want each of you to be walking in purpose and being productive so that you can reach your true potential. if I can be of service to you in that journey, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, take this encouragement and have a superb day.